Sometimes, when I look back at the time when I was not even close to being a developer, I realize how much I love software engineering. The reason why I jumped into this industry in the first place is because I was always fascinated by programmers from movies and TV series. And right next to this fascination was the desire to earn a lot of money. But hear me out, for me as a teenager it was $1,000. And don't get me wrong, 1,000 is still good money. When you don't earn much and then start getting your first 1K, your life quality improves, and most people, including me, don't want to stop there. I wanted a better laptop, a better apartment, I wanted to travel, and all of that became a reality thanks to programming. Also, the fact this profession doesn't have a career and compensation ceiling makes it even more attractive. For instance, you can get a 100k plus per year salary and live a comfortable life as a senior developer who works at the same place for 5, 10 or even more years. And there is nothing wrong with that. It's always good to have a certain level of security. But if you decide to go beyond that, you can discover almost endless opportunities. You can change a company and get a dramatic salary raise, or you can grow within the same organization, make a great impact, receive tons of recognition, and become an even more valuable engineer. Or you can build your own startup or multiple ones and start getting 100k per month. And the coolest thing about it is that you don't need thousands and thousands of dollars to get them spinning. For starters, all you need is a great idea from 2 to 3 months of coding and around $20 per month for the cloud infrastructure. So yeah, software engineering can bring you financial freedom and the ability to pay your debts and bills, and this is beautiful in my opinion. The next point why I love being a software engineer is creativity. And I'm talking not only about pet projects or super dynamic startups where you can go all out with your vision. For some people this might be surprising, but you can be creative even on adult legacy projects that do not require to do something extra. I work on some of those, and sitting and complaining all the time is the easiest thing that we can do. But if you currently don't have a chance to switch projects, or you're more than okay with it, but you'd like to make your workday just a little bit more exciting, the first step is to brainstorm and imagine what you would like these projects to look like. Try to imagine even your wildest dreams. And with this level of excitement, break down all the things you'd like to improve into 2 lists. The first list should contain only simple things. This can be adding a library that encapsulates some boilerplate logic, or maybe a design pattern that you learned last weekend. You can apply this starting today. And in the second list you would put a real deal breakers, which would make a huge impact on the project and potentially on the company as a whole. These changes require a heck ton of a job, and the best way to approach them is obviously one by one. What I would do is thoroughly investigate what exact parts of the project it would improve and how my team would benefit from this. Then I would make a rough implementation estimate and show it to my manager and tech lead. I know this can be tough to apply to big enterprise projects, but if your idea is valid and proven, your 9 to 5 will become a lot more exciting pretty soon. A quick example, I worked on a project that was running on Java 8 for years and years, and one day our team decided to switch to Java 17. The gap between those 2 versions is 7 years. You can only imagine how much work this upgrade required. The lower tests showed that the services became more than 30% performant just by changing the programming language version. And this means those services can run on servers with roughly 30% fewer resources, which eventually saved tons of money. Additionally, the dev team got all the goodies of the modern Java version. Alright, I just finished my morning coffee and heading home now. Why I also think software engineering is a great profession, because you can basically work from anywhere. You can work from your desk, your couch, even from your bed. Alright, jokes aside. What I mean is you can literally work from any place across the world. You don't even need to reevaluate your degree while getting a job in another country, which is not a way to go for every profession out there. As long as you have a laptop and a Wi-Fi connection, you will be good to collaborate with the team and deliver at the same level wherever you are. Also, this is something weird to say out loud, but I am thankful for the pandemic, or to be more precise, for the side effect of it. Almost all tech companies embraced and switched to fully remote work. It saves me countless hours that I previously spent on commuting. However, today a lot of them are trying to change the work model back to the on-site only. So if working from home or any other place is critical for you the same way as it is for me, I recommend double checking that while you applying for a job. With that said, I don't want you to think that software development is a laid-back job. Not even close. The deadlines might be quite ruthless, but with having control over your schedule and work hours, you can organize your work in the way that wouldn't affect your personal life. You can start earlier, do your job, and log off sooner as well. And if you want to fall in love in software engineering the same way as I did and create modern, robust and maintainable applications, my partners CourseCareers will help you to achieve that. I genuinely believe that their software development fundamentals course is a great starting point that will take you from absolute basics all the way to interview prep. CourseCareers get you all set to land an entry-level software engineer position. You'll build a solid understanding of data structures, algorithms, and system design, which can be a game changer in the actual interviews. Also try yourself in both backend and frontend, choose your path, and go beyond the basics to more specialized topics. Additionally, you will get access to Discord community where you can network with other students, mentors, and your instructor. You will be working on your own projects that will be reviewed by a mentor who's already working in the industry. So if you guys want to break into tech, there is a free introductory course that you can take with no obligations, and most importantly, without any prior experience or degree. And if you use my link, you will get $50 off from the full course. Alright, lastly, after you become a developer, there is just no way back. You'll automate everything, starting from writing a 5-minute script that would save you an hour of boring repetitive work, to building your own smart home that would cost you way less than pre-built branded solutions, reduce your utility bill, and also you would have a lot of fun along the way. Probably with some emotional breakdowns in between, but that's completely another story. A couple of examples. Recently I downloaded my Instagram data dump, and of course the easiest way to provide data is by packing it into a JSON. I guess we can all agree that manually opening each image URL in the browser and downloading it as a file wouldn't be a very fun experience, especially if you have more than 100 or even 1000 pictures. So as a dev, I picked a way of writing a super simple program that iterates over the JSON array and downloads everything for me, which literally took me 10 minutes max. Another example is the environment for my PlaylistMate project. When I was starting my career as a software engineer, I knew nothing about Docker. I used to install each service and each database locally on my laptop, and had multiple open IDEs that ran their own applications. Sometimes it was effortless, and sometimes it was painful even to set it up and moreover maintain. I'm not even talking about erasing the preconfigured database entirely from your machine and starting from scratch. But after I discovered Docker and Docker Compose, my workflow became efficient as fuck. Now each time I want to work on PlaylistMate, I just type Docker Compose up command and I'll be ready to deliver new features in less than a minute. Now imagine if I will need to start manually daemons for Redis, MySQL, RabbitMQ and config server. And yeah, speaking of PlaylistMate project itself, one of the reasons why I started building it, I wanted to get a Spotify Wrapped experience each month. At the very first iteration, I had a script that was creating a playlist of my top listened tracks for the past month. And very quickly, this automation became a bigger idea, and that's another reason why I don't even think quitting software engineering. Developing cool things can be not only your daily work, but also a hobby, and you can enjoy making your side projects even more than your 9-to-5 tasks. Becoming a developer turned out to be one of the best choices I've made, and I'm extremely glad to be one of them.